No big deal at all. Alright. We're going to Herbology.
I'm Punj's onion again.
Fast time.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
It's me.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bone. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Oh boy.
Accio.
It's gonna be all this
Let's see if we can't
screeching.
make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
That is important.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, take your mandrake in the new pot and catch out the squirrel!
Here you go, buddy.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone!
And not a single person passed out.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our...
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake.
Ah,
They
thanks,
can
no big
be
deal.
rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I enjoyed it. I nearly went deaf.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected.
Always
Now,
wear
as
protection, kids.
Next, we'll be planting
Always.
dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the magic neep.
Ooh.
Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. It wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
I can grow herbs in here.
How to balance my star thistle arrangement? Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient.
Pardon me, Professor. What am I supposed to do with the dittany seeds?
Your part in all this floral alchemy is simple. Take the seeds to your potting table,
Okay.
plant them, and then wait for harvest time.
Ready in 10 minutes.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you.
Okay.
Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Okay. Hey, buddy. It's you and
The
me.
best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Nerd.
It. A garden requires...
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander.
Hello.
I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian.
Go ahead
And
and
he's good.
take those.
Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Oh. Thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just off the cabbage. That'll be the rest.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot. Nothing to it, really. Just toss some of those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that.
Like chopping cabbage, isn't there? Hold L1, tap R on the wheel to sign chopping cabbages, and what? I'm supposed to grab something and then. Oh, it's probably this. Mm,
Revelio. I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot. Nothing to it, really. Just toss some of those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that.
I'm gonna open the tool wheel and assign the Chinese cabbages. Tap out on to use your assign tool.
Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid boob
What?
tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful
I don't
outside
know.
of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such.
Facts.
You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
All right.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the
Speak
soil
for yourself,
continue.
man. It was rough. Those cabbages got me.
Thank you, Professor, but looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor.
Yeah.
As we herbologists like to say, tend to your plants and they'll tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose
I just gotta
that's
grow
everything.
some healing
Do
potions,
come
you
round
know?
for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.